Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining another showcase and AMA in the Polygon Discord. My name is Zonzi. I'm currently hosting the series. Today we've got special guest Jeffrey. He's the CEO and founder of Megafans. How are you doing today, Jeffrey?
Good, Soundsy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. So let's kick it off by doing a little introduction. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a bit about yourself, your background, what you brought you to blockchain, and ultimately developing Megafans.
Sure. Yeah. So a lot of people call me an OG. So I've actually been in gaming for 24 years. And I've always worked on user acquisition, retention, monetization problems for gaming companies. So it goes back to 1998. I worked with iGaming companies, online sports betting, that sort of thing. And then I moved to PC gaming, worked with World of Tanks and Ubisoft and a few cool brands like that. Took a few games over to the mobile side. From PC to mobile. And then was very fortunate in 2012 to become the director of media for DraftKings. And so I helped DraftKings, which is the largest fantasy sports book in the world. I actually helped them between 2012 and 2016 get to their first $1 billion in in valuation. And then I was watching this esports space start to emerge. I'm an old gamer, so used to play the traditional and the old, like the PC bongs in the game rooms of the world, and won a few competitions back in the day. And so yeah, I saw this esports market emerging with console PC games, and I got curious and started looking around the market. And around 2017, after doing about a year of market research, I wrote a thesis on mobile esports as a marketplace. And my conjecture was that mobile gaming was going to eclipse all other forms of gaming, and that was going to be the fastest growing segment in the industry, and that esports was a natural state of gameplay within mobile gaming. And sure enough, that became true. After Fortnite came out 2018, some of the big esports tournaments started blowing up, and now you're seeing PC games cross over. League of Legends has Wild Rift, and you've got Call of Duty, and you've got PUBG, and some pretty cool racing games now on mobile. So sure enough, it did become the largest and fastest growing sector of the, actually not even just gaming, of the entire entertainment industry, $2.2 trillion global industry. And mobile gaming is the largest and fastest growing sector in that space. And esports is a great way to offer players a richer experience, an opportunity to join the community. And obviously, looking at the Web3 space, which I've been in blockchain since 2016, I saw it as a natural place to offer people digital assets that were cryptos or NFTs or whatever the next digital currency that comes along that's blockchain based as prizes for esports tournaments. And so far, so good. I mean, we've got almost 500,000 people registered today on the Megafans platform, and we're just beginning.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, I really think you had incredible foresight there. I could be incorrect about this, but I'm pretty sure mobile games actually drive more revenue than PC games do now. I could be wrong, but I think I heard that
You're
somewhere.
actually, nope, you've got your data points correct. $100 billion in annual recurring revenue, 3 billion daily active players. That's unique users that play mobile games every single day. So it's massive, and it's not slowing down. It's growing at about 9% per year.
Yeah, and it's unreal to see that. Growing up, I used to play RuneScape, and now we're at the point where you can play all these AAA titles in the palm of your hand. So that's incredible. So my next question for you would be so how, more about like why don't you describe what Megafans is doing for the gaming space and how you guys are bridging the worlds of Web 2 and Web 3?
Thanks, Ansi. So what we built actually is an esports tournament system. It's a turnkey system means end to end, right? So it's a complete software development kit, which is actually a small package of code It's about 60 or 70 megabytes. And you can integrate this SDK, what it's called, you can integrate it into any mobile game. And it opens up esports tournaments for prizes. It has a lobby. You can set up as many tournaments as you want, and you can offer any types of prizes to an infinite number of players around the world simultaneously. So you can have 1,000 tournaments running inside of one game. You can geo-target them around the world. You can run them globally. So it's fully scalable, which is really exciting for enterprise opportunity. And we're going to be building the business primarily on partnerships, strategic partnerships with game developers. So I want to be really careful to explain to your audience, we don't create games. We let game developers create cool games. We create the esports system that goes inside the game. And when you can drop that into any game, you've got a huge opportunity. And it actually goes beyond mobile. So our community has already approached us, and we've had several developers reach out, and they want to build a PC version, HTML5 version for browsers, Web3 version. And so we're going to open up the SDK later this year and give it to the community and let them build a full ecosystem so that you can play our games on any platform, on any device, and hopefully be able to cross over and play from one platform to another. So PC to mobile, HTML5 to Web3, whatever that looks like, we'll let the community decide.
Fantastic. So, where are you guys currently at in your development stage, and what blockchains are you targeting?
Again, good question. So, development, we built the MVP. So I had a prototype developed in 2018 after I wrote my thesis. I raised a little bit of money from some family and friends, and then went offshore and just built a kind of a simplified, I call it duct tape and zip ties, right? So just kind of cobbled together a working model, right, prototype. And then found a team in 2019 that knew gaming, that knew esports. Still an early, young market, particularly on the mobile side, right? Mobile games have only been around for barely 12 years, so it's in its infancy. So I found some people that had done it for 7 or 8 years in this space, and I asked them to come join and start iterating the product. And what we did was we wrote a really long list of assumptions and questions. And the idea was and is to question everything. Don't settle on what the market tells you. The state of the market is. Question everything. Find new opportunities. We're pioneering, right, in the space. So it's a new space. So let's open it up and let's ask all the questions. So we took this list of questions and assumptions, and we dropped our SDK into some sample games, test games, which you can find today. We have 5 games live in market, actually, on the 4 largest app stores. So Apple, Google, Samsung, and Huawei. You can look up games for Megafans. And we started testing globally. So I think the first markets we tested in, we did some micro tests in North America and Europe. Took a little bit of data from that, but those are very expensive markets to test in. Then we went broad and we tested in Central America, South America, Southeast Asia, India, a little bit in the Middle East. We did some spot testing there, in Eastern Europe, and again, we took all these assumptions and questions and we gave them to the audience. We gave them the product, and then we asked them to give us the feedback. So basically, we started opening up community channels for people to start chatting, and we put in an in-app chatbot. So if you're in the game, you can actually ask questions, and it reaches a human being. And so we said, look, we started asking them, what do you think about this type of tournament, this type of gameplay, this type of leaderboard, all go down the entire product line, which I'll show you today. And we asked them to tell us, what do you want to see in market? So we iterated the product, updated it according to what the market told us they wanted and what they didn't want. And that brought us to an MVP, which we took to market last year, it'd be a year ago this month, actually. And that's when we said we thought we were ready to start testing cryptocurrencies. And so the platform itself is crypto agnostic, meaning we're going to, as I said, we're going to make it a cross platform or a cross platform ecosystem. But we also want to make it available so that other tokens can be offered as prizes, other NFTs, again, whatever the next type of digital asset it is that comes along. We want to be able to offer to our audience and give those projects a chance to market their products to our audience as it grows and gains value. And so crypto agnostic as far as our offering goes, we can offer any type of cryptocurrency NFTs. We actually originally started off before we went to crypto as we were first building the product. We started off with cash. So we were actually paying people through PayPal internationally, which was interesting because now they've opened up their crypto wallet, right? But as far as the chains go that we're building on, our first choice is Polygon. And the reason is very obvious. So we were transferring NFTs. Actually, we were the first mobile esports game to transfer an NFT back in, I think it was October of 2021. And we went to transfer to the winner. And I think that day it was like, ETH was busy and it was going to cost me like $75 US to send an NFT. And I said, well, wait a second. this might go against a fundamental business model. And sure enough, ETH started heating up later on that month. And next thing you know, it was $250 to send one NFT to a player. And so I asked my team, look, what are the options here? And we were already minting the NFTs on OpenSea. And sure enough, as we did our research, we found out Polygon had a plugin into OpenSea, and that if you had a wallet, and we used a MetaMask company wallet, we could load it with Matic, and then we could use that to send the NFTs from that account. And I think the first transfer we did was like 20 cents US. So compared to $250, it's the difference between a company making a profit and not making a profit, right? And so that's why it was obvious to us to build on Polygon first. Now, will we cross-chain in the future? Again, we're leaving it up to the community. I believe in the wisdom of herds. So or wisdom of crowds, when large groups of people get together, typically they come out with a greater than 50% chance of getting something right when it comes to their wallets and things that financially affect them. So take the wisdom of crowds, again, let them dictate. But today we're building on Polygon. We're transferring NFTs to our players through OpenSea, and it's working. We're very happy. We've got some good traction with it. Actually, since we launched it in December, in the last 6 months, our community has grown to 500,000 registered users, and I think it's 70,000 today on social media. Telegram, Discord. Discord's been great. We're really enjoying this space. We've only been in Discord for about 4 months, I think. And I think we've got over 10,000 today in Discord. So, and of course, Twitter. But yeah, so that's what's happening.
Sweet. Sounds like you guys are being rapidly adopted, and I really appreciate your in-depth answers there, especially regarding why Polygon. I always feel like it's almost like a silly question to ask, but I really liked your answer there, so that's great. I'm wondering if you'd like to go ahead and jump into the showcase Megafans.
I will. I've got a couple things I can show you today. First of all, let me get on my screen share here. Let me see. Make sure I'm in the right place. Oh, it showed up earlier. Hold on a second. Sorry. Okay. Hopefully it worked when I practiced this morning. You know what? It's not showing me screen share on our chat. Might be because it's a different setting.
You don't see the little beside the microphone button. There's like a share your screen button, and
I do not on this particular chat. Hold on one second. No, it's not giving me that for some reason. It's giving me threads notification settings. I just practiced this a little while ago before the call, and I don't.
Sure.
Hold on.
By the way, guys, if you have any questions about Megafans, we got a text channel called Voice Chat that you can go ahead and ask them in.
You still there?
I'm here.
Yeah. Found it. Okay. I'm in. Let me see. It gives me a choice here. Okay. Let me know. You can see me now, right?
Yeah, that's well, we can see you perfectly. Yeah.
We're getting there. Hold on one second here. It is still not giving. Oh, there it is. All right. Let me know when it goes to my screen. And you're gonna have to excuse my busy screen. I am an entrepreneur.
No worries.
You there?
We can see your screen. It's like loading a screen broadcast.
Yeah. Should show up any second. I'll turn my off. Can you see it now?
Oh, that closed the stream.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Sorry about that.
No worries.
All right. You good?
No.
No? Oh, man. Why is it not giving us the option? Sorry about this. I'm on it now. Start broadcast. So, anything?
I wonder if it just simply doesn't work because of mobile.
Yeah, but I practiced this morning before this call to make sure it would work. Hold on here. It stopped due to attempted to start an invalid broadcast session. It will not let us. It won't let us go there. Oh, I apologize.
No worries.
Well,
I'm gonna drop your link tree link
yeah,
in
I was
the
about to
voice
do the
chat,
same.
so that way everyone who wants to check out the website themselves can do so. And I see you got some games on there as well, so that's perfect. And your Discord
Yeah.
and Telegram and Medium,
Yep.
everything you need to follow up with Mega fans.
It actually has direct links to the games as well.
Perfect. And yeah, guys, go ahead and feel free to ask any questions you have. Jeff is the CEO and founder, so he's the best person to ask if you do. Yeah, questions asked in the voice chat text channel.
All right.
One question I could ask would be, do
Yes,
you
sir.
guys have plans for releasing a token?
Yes, we do. So it's going to be called Megabucks, and we are planning on launching it as soon as the market stabilizes. So we have the smart contracts done. Again, we built on Polygon, and we had the website is actually the test site's going up a week from Friday, so it'll be July 1st. And we are also planning our first NFT sale at the end of July. And that NFT will have a very unique utility in that you can win them on our social media channels. You can win them in tournaments. You can also stake our token when it goes live later this year to earn our NFTs. And these are the first batch is called the Super Rare, but we're nicknaming them Ferraris. But they're really cool. They're gamer girls, manga style. The artwork's looking pretty cool. We're actually going to build a storyline around them and have them play around in the Megaverse, which is our version of the metaverse. And so they're space gamer girls, superheroes, so to speak. And if you have one of the super rares, you will be able to stake it in one of our tournaments and earn back guaranteed revenue from the community that participates in the tournament. So these are pay-to-play tournaments to win prizes, and we'll give out a variety of prizes. One of those will be one of these NFTs. So if a player owns one, they can go trade it themselves or hold it, or hope it increases in value over time, which we sure will happen as our community grows. So will the value of these NFTs. But you will always have the option, and we'll encourage you to share it with the community and put it up for a prize, earn some tokens or some other digital asset for offering it as a prize, and let the next player have it and do the same thing. And so we want the community to support each other using these NFTs. And we think that's a great way, especially with the global community, because we work with a lot of emerging markets that are coming online, many for the first time. And we'll be going into some brand new markets next year that haven't even been tapped into yet. So we think that that's going to be a way to create an inclusive community around our NFTs and allow them to, earn some value from them.
Fantastic. That sounds super exciting. I just realized now that it looks like your screen share is working.
That's fantastic. You want me to show you one of our games?
That'd be great. Definitely.
Okay. Okay. So all the games you can see on the screen right now, those are actually a lot of those were test games. Again, we don't create the actual game IP itself. We create the experience inside the game. So when you go inside the game, you'll get an option. There you go. I was in the middle of playing a game, so I'm still a gamer. So when you open up, this game's called Candy Boo. You can play against the AI, and you never even have to compete in a tournament. We don't force you to. Again, we want it to be a friendly environment, and competitive, but not competitive in a way that's exclusive, like you have to be a hardcore gamer to be here. We want to lower the barrier and let anybody, anywhere, anytime, on a mobile phone or a tablet can play a mobile game for prizes. There are ads in the game. That's what you're experiencing right now. It should time out in a couple of seconds. There it goes. Okay, so you can play the game, or you can go into the Megafans lobby at the bottom right there, click on the M, and you'll see these are some of the tournaments that we're running, and these are live. This one's locked, hasn't started yet. That's going to start in 4 minutes. It'll unlock. It's got a little timer counter on it. Right? And so again, we've been testing with this market for some time. And so within the app itself, you've got your traditional terms and conditions, which everybody has to sign off when they register. If you play for free against the regular gameplay itself, which is here, I'll open one up. So you play that.
Stream just ended. Actually, I feel like it just might not work. I feel like Discord doesn't like you tabbing out and streaming. Maybe
that's probably what it is, which is too bad because we actually included a Discord link in our games so that people could go in and chat.
Yeah.
Interesting. Did it stop again?
Yeah, I feel like it's just because of the streaming. It's all good.
Yeah, that's too bad. But I got to show you the lobby. That's really where it happens. You play the tournament, and there's a leaderboard, live leaderboard, inside the tournament, and that's where you actually see people, their scores, and where they are in the world. This game actually shows flags. So if you're playing with proper IP, it'll show what country you're in. And so you can actually compete against people from around the world. And then we're integrating a Discord chat link. Like I said, we have 5 live games today. So we just tested it on the first one called King Coin. If you look up King Coin, it'll actually download that. It's a platformer game with a Monkey King. It's a really cool, fun game. And you can click on Discord within that game, and it'll take you to our King Coin chat inside the Megafans Discord chat server. And then at the top of each chat is a link back to the game. So you can go challenge players and say, hey, come play me on this tournament. Do side bets, whatever you want to do, and then click back to the game, and you guys can compete in the same tournament at the same time.
Fantastic. Andre is has a question. He's wondering how you see mobile taking over in percentage of the whole of gaming. So I guess maybe if you want to touch on your mobile gaming thesis again, that'd be great.
Sure. So mobile gaming was predicted to pass console and PC gaming combined in 2021. However, it actually in revenue, it surpassed both of those formats of gaming in late 2018, early 2019. So it was 2 years before the experts even predicted it was going to happen. I believe as these devices that I'm holding one right now in my hand are the next supercomputers. And so I believe that in the near future, more people will be on mobile devices than tethered devices, meaning laptops and desktop computers. And I just read a report that by 2025, there are predictions that over 72% of all internet access will be done through a mobile device. So if you think about that, there's, I think, 6 billion mobile devices being used by about 4 billion people today. So 72% will be accessing the internet through those mobile devices. Gaming will naturally come with that. And as we know, this is being recognized by the biggest game producers in the world. So you've got your Activisions, you've got your Tencent, you've got your Riot Games, you've got the traditional, Jam City and King and all of those good games, Minecraft, Microsoft. I mean, they're all creating a mobile version. Why? Because those companies know that that's where people are going to naturally congregate in the future. So as far as a prediction of what that percentage will be for actual gaming activity, I'm not in the prediction market. That's not what I do. I read reports and I take data, and then I work based on that data I get. But since it's already passed the other two primary forms of electronic gaming in revenues, I would assume it's probably going to be close to what the world's currently seeing. 72, maybe 75%, according to the reports and the data I'm seeing today.
Sweet. Yeah, it's definitely super exciting how tech continues to evolve at such a insane rate. It's almost alarming.
Yeah, it's every one day. I got this from a financial a Wall Street financial investor who did some calculations, and he said every one day in cryptocurrency first, but also gaming, since it's 24/7, 365 market, is equal to 4.2 days in a normal work life for people working, Monday to Friday. So it's growing at 4.2 times faster. It's moving at 4.2 times faster than the average, offline business or whatever you're into. So I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, and that makes sense to me. Since we're, it's an online work environment. Everyone's connected globally, and it's can be pretty decentralized. And you got GitHub too, and it's just it's opens up a lot of
You
doors
just
for
called it.
collaboration.
Exactly, Zansi. So that's what we're about, because it really is, the future is about collaboration. It's about trying to make this messed up world a better place, right? And we're offering gaming, but we're also offering community. And so we want people to enjoy that community, gamify the community, but also make it meaningful and make it open, right? So that everybody can participate. And so it's not, if you think about it, let's go back to esports for a second. If you look at esports, even 10 years ago or 8 years ago, it was an elitist sport. It was young males playing 16 hours a day. That was 99% of the people that participated in esports, right? What about everybody else? What about the women? What about the older set that used to be gamers, right? So let's democratize and decentralize gaming as well. Build it cross-platform so that you can access it anywhere, anytime, and then also, open it up so that everybody can play. Why be exclusive when you can be inclusive? And then let the community. What's nice is these community channels, especially like Discord today, are set up with generous, usually volunteer moderators, right? That are able to gently police the audience. Just tell them, look, no bad language, no disparaging comments, treat everybody nice, right? And they're making these communities, these online communities, safer and better than real world communities. So I think that's intriguing.
Definitely. I see Zephyr is typing out a question. Guys, don't be shy. Ask your questions in the voice chat text channel. That was a great opportunity to do so. Um, Jeffrey, maybe you want to touch on maybe like your medium to long term plans for Megafans. Where do you see
Oh,
yourself in the
sure.
future?
Yeah. Yeah, our immediate plan is this. So currently, as I mentioned, we have 500,000 registered users in our database and 75,000 on our social media. And we have about just under, I think, 50,000 per month that are actually participating in the tournaments. And we want to grow that. And we're doing that through gamification, we don't do like airdrops and big massive money grabs like that. We want it to be meaningful, and we want it to be for gamers, right? People that are actually interested in the community for other reasons than just grabbing some tokens and running away. And so we do contests, and besides the tournaments themselves, scavenger hunts, things like that, right? Where people have to go find something and post it in order to earn something or win. Every once in a while, we drop an NFT in there. And like I said, we're going to offer that new utility pretty soon. So using mechanisms like that, and our community, again, is telling us, we're asking them, what do you want, right? What do you want to see? What do you want to play? How do you want this to work for you? And then we're taking that information and we're testing it back to them to make sure that everybody else agrees. And then we plan on growing the community, at least doubling it before the end of this year. So our projections are showing 1 million registered users by December 31st. We're hoping to get our active community base, who are, by the way, decided to call themselves Megafans. We're hoping to get at least 150 to 200,000 in there. We're already at 75 today. We think that'll put us in position next year. Oh, and we plan on launching 5 more games across all 4 major platforms. So for those of you that weren't here earlier, we have games on Apple, Google, Samsung, and Huawei. So we'll have 10 games through partnerships. We're talking to 8 different game development studios right now about integrating our esports system into their games, and we'll bring those games to market. And hopefully that'll help our community grow exponentially with their communities, right? That's part of it, to be able to share our communities with other game developers as well. And then so next year, the goal is to 10x from that and get to 100 games in market and at least 10 million users. And if we can get to 1 million plus on our social media, I think that's a pretty reasonable goal. That's for 2023. By the end of 2024, the goal is really to have 100 million registered users and as big as the community as we can get it. And we'll probably iterate the games that are in market. We'll look at different models, but right now it looks like it'd still stay at 100 games. We'll change those games in and out depending on what's new in market and what the audience wants to see. We are talking to some rather large game studios, which unfortunately I can't announce today through NDAs, and we haven't announced them yet. But we are talking to some large game studios about some pretty cool IP. We'll be bringing that out to market, hopefully making those announcements later this year, if not the beginning of next year. So yeah, come join us. Come play with Megafans.
Sweet. That's some pretty exciting alpha information, hearing that there's some potential partnerships with some big IPs. Zephyr's just shared with us a graphic called The Rise of Gaming Revenue Visualized, which really highlights how mobile gaming has, taken over the majority of gaming revenue. And he's got a pretty interesting question, so I'm just going to read out the whole thing. The mobile game market is a billion-dollar market, multi-billion-dollar market, as far as I understand. I joined the AMA a bit late, so I apologize if I'm asking a redundant question. As far as some of the more lucrative and predatory mechanics in mobile gaming goes, I would like to know if you're going to embrace loot boxes, gacha, other mechanics like that, or is there a firm rejection of such practices, and are you trying to innovate the wheel?
That's a great question. I appreciate that, Zephyr. So look, we'll start with this. Again, we're letting the community dictate what they want to see and what they don't want to see. So we'll never introduce anything that we think could hurt the community or be predatory. But we will always check and ask first. We believe that that's a fair and respectful way to treat a true community, right? So it's almost like voting, if you think about it, right? So it's almost like staking, if you think about that, right? If you have a governance token, let the community vote and tell us what they want and don't want. So will we offer loot boxes and other gamifications like that? If the community wants it, yes. If the community rejects it, probably not. Now, is it going to be one community, one size fits all? Also probably not, right? So certain parts of the global, because this is a global endeavor. So I'm live. We have games live today all over, Asia, all over Australia, New Zealand, South America, North America, Europe. So one market might tell us that they do want loot boxes, and another market might tell us they don't. Well, we can geo-target those. So we can say, look, South Africa wants loot boxes. North Africa doesn't, for instance, for some reason. And that's just a guess and not a prediction. And so we'll, let you tell us. Right? We think that's the fair way to do it. We think it's the smart way to do it. We've built the product successfully so far using this methodology. And we think democratizing the community is the best way to operate. So let people have a vote and tell us.
Fantastic. Zephyr says he loves the response. That's a great way to look at things, and he thanks you. Battle Juice has some questions. He's asking, how do you roll your packages into a game? Is it a package similar to the Unity Asset Store plugins or a load of Git docs? Also, seems like you're doing some server hosting, or can we do that ourselves?
So that is where the SDK and the servers are two separate entities. So you can modify the SDK, but we do have to be gatekeepers. And again, we also have to protect this organization, right? And so the SDK can be developed or modified, but whether that's put into use or not and connects back to our servers, which is where the transactions happen, those have to be protected. And it's for multiple reasons, privacy being one of them. There's monetary transactions happening on those servers. So there's fraud issues. So really, the first reason is for security purposes. and that's to protect the users themselves, and not have a bad actor come in and do something. But yeah, as far as, and I see your second question, Battle Juice, as far as their monthly hosting fee, yeah. So we're still a young new company, and we do have models in place that we can offer you, but we want it to be mutually beneficial, meaning we have to be able to pay for our services if there's tech support, server use, that sort of thing. So we would make it fair. And we're looking for independent game developers. So we're working on that level of, look, if you're building a game out of your home or a school and you want to take it to market, and you're like, gosh, I don't have any money. We'll figure that out for you. And so, yeah, it'll vary depending on the user and depending on the model. When we get into some of these bigger companies we're talking to, the model shifts, the model changes, because you're talking about games that might already have a community of, tens of millions of users in it. And then we have to have those conversations. So it's a business at the end of the day, and that's the side of it we have to manage. So I hope that helps. And thanks for your comments, Battle Juice.
Yeah, thank you. Lots of really complete, informative answers. Um, we still got a few more minutes, guys. If you want to ask some last minute questions, feel free to go ahead and do so.
Hey, let me ask you a question while we're waiting for something to come through.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, how long have you been doing this, Amy? You're really good.
Thank you. I've only not even a month. Brand new to this.
Wow. Oh, you're natural. I like it. Yeah, I am out trying to spread the word of good community gaming. So we've been doing several AMAs. So you can find them on our channels. We announce them regularly. I think we almost do at least one AMA a week, and they're not always me. So my team tells me, look, you can't be out there all the time. They want to hear from everybody. And I've got a really diverse team. So we want to share right with our communities. So, but I really appreciate this. I'd love to come back and spend more time with you in the future.
Yeah, definitely. We'd honestly love to have you back. It's good to follow up with projects that have been on and see where they're at in their development journey. So yeah, that's definitely something we'll have to do.
Cool, cool. I see Zepper has got another question.
Just read
Yeah,
it out for the stream and the recording.
sure.
So, quick question
Okay.
regarding NFTs. Many games seem to integrate NFTs into their platform. Will your platform incorporate them into Megafans, or are there any plans to do so?
Yeah, so yes, that's the short answer. We will have and use NFTs in our platform. And again, in case you missed it, we do have a unique function for our super rare NFTs in which you can trade them and you can hold them, but you can also stake them in a game as a prize, and you get a guaranteed piece of revenue from that tournament. So say we have a tournament with 1,000 people, we need 750 or 800 people to fill up for it to be break even. The person that puts up an NFT as a prize will get a guaranteed rake from that tournament, and since it's part of community building, it will go to another player that will encourage to do the same. Again, always giving you free rights. Nobody's obligated to anything. So you can go, trade it. We know they'll increase in value as our community grows. But we think that's a cool and fun way to let people share NFTs within their community. And hopefully, people will be able to, and we're not just doing one series of NFTs. We plan on doing NFTs around each game IP, characters and storylines and lore. So there's several, and there's a lot of good art in the works right now. So there'll be a lot of different ways that we integrate the NFTs, not just that, but that's our first offering into the platform itself. Do you want me to read Andre's off topic?
Yeah, I don't really understand it, so
It's long story. You guys can go out and find it. Matter of fact, I'll throw a contest out there. Here's where I go. This is Jeff being Jeff. Okay, so he says, "What's up with the eating fire? Been browsing your Twitter and website." So if people can go find which Twitter account he's talking about that has me eating fire, a picture of me eating fire, which I actually did, um, and they post it onto one of our Megafans channels. I'll find out from my team which one they want to do really quick. Then we'll drop a prize, either some crypto or an NFT or some sort of loot box, to one of those people that post that picture of me eating fire. Andres, thanks for the question. It's always cool to get recognized for stuff like that. So on the personal side, I'm not just a technician. I'm not just a technical person. I used to race mountain bikes for 20 years. I'm a surfer. So I'm kind of into that whole, edgy, fun, cool stuff like eating fire.
Daredevil.
I tell, I have a really cool, my wife and a really cool family. I tell them I like to throw myself down things, mountains, waves, whatever, right? I used to throw myself out of airplanes. I skydived for a few years. I don't know. I think there's you have to have a zest for life, right? And I think I bring that into the gaming industry. So you will see as our company grows this year, I'm bringing on some very senior people from the gaming industry that are like-minded. Adventure is fun. I've known several of them for, gosh, well over 10 years. Some of them even as much as 25 years. And they're going to be very, very strong people in the growth and expansion of this business, and they're the ones bringing in the partnerships and helping us grow the community. So those are to be announced soon. And then if somebody finds that picture of me, let me see here, I'm going to go jump over to my other channel really quick. And looks like Zach already dropped it in. So yeah, jump into this link right here to the Megafans community channel, and drop in the picture of me and tell us where you found it. That's fun.
Fantastic. I don't have any more questions for you. But if anyone else does, please go ahead and ask them. Otherwise, I think we're pretty good to wrap this up.
Cool. I got to tell you, Zansi, this has been fun. I would love to come back and hang out and chill.
You're definitely going to have to. I've been enjoying the conversation. It's been awesome. And, it's been very informative as well. I'm sure everyone here has appreciated it.
Well, thank you, everyone, for having me. And thank you, Zansi. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for being here, and I'm looking forward to having you back on again sometime. We'll have to catch up sometime soon.
Cool. Yeah, ping me offline, man.
All right. Thanks for joining, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care.
Bye, Polygon community. See you.